We know that this has been a difficult time for most restaurant stocks, but at least one of the laggers in this group seems to have gotten its groove back today. I'm talking about Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, PLKI, the very well-run fried chicken chain with 2,475 locations, most of which are in this country, but a growing number are being opened overseas. Popeyes has had a tough year, the stock, not the company. It's down 9% for 2015 as of yesterday's close. Then last night, the company reported some tremendous results. Popeyes delivered a 2-cent earnings beat off a 45-cent basis, inline revenue, strong global same-store sales growth, up 6%. On top of that, management also raised their full-year earnings and same-store sales forecast, hence why the stock vaulted $3.41, or more than 6% today. Now, even after today's run, Popeyes is still only about $4 above its 2015 lows. And we have to wonder whether it's or not it can keep climbing, given that the whole restaurant group is getting pummeled by higher labor costs lately. Still, Popeyes was able to triumph when it reported. I wouldn't be surprised if it can continue to rally even in a difficult environment. So let's check in with Cheryl Batchelder, the CEO of Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, hear more about the quarter and our company's prospects. Ms. Batchelder, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you, Jim. Good to see you.
Cheryl, I got to tell you, everyone was saying, you know what, every restaurant chain is having trouble doing even 1% to 2% same-store sales growth. You do 4 times that. What did Popeyes do differently from the other guys who literally have almost entirely disappointed?
You know, we continue doing what we do best, Jim. We had excellent product innovation in this quarter. We had excellent media with our spokesperson, Annie, and we covered the country with exciting reasons to come into Popeyes. We had a record market share this quarter of 26% of chicken quick service restaurants, and that was up over 2 points versus a year ago. So, you know, it's a competitive category. You got to win, and this was a winning quarter for Popeyes.
I'm starting to see international numbers really accelerate, and you talked about Chile and Peru. Can you put more restaurants there, and are there more Chiles and Perus out there?
Oh, absolutely, Jim. There are more Chiles and Perus around the world. We're in about 28 countries today, and some of our competitors are in 60. So we have lots of upside internationally. You can look for steady, consistent growth in both comps and new units internationally. We've got some exciting stories where the brand has proven to be very successful up against established competitors, and we're excited to be opening those markets.
Now, one of the things I saw was that one of your pillars, of course, is to accelerate revenues. And yet at the same time, you talk about if you want to accelerate quality restaurants, you need to have superior real estate. Now, a bunch of the restaurants that I talked to have told me that in this country, we're beginning to run out of interesting, good real estate spots because the economy got a little stronger. Are you still able to find the good real estate?
Yes, we are, Jim. But you're right. It's a competitive world now with the economy picking up a little bit. There's a lot more competition for those sites. What you have to have is you've got to have the sales there to make the returns work for your franchise owners. We're excited. Our units are opening at north of $1.6 million. The unit economics are excellent, and that allows them to pay a little more for real estate.
Okay, now, we're in a moment where a lot of people are worried about labor costs, and you've always been straight with us. I mean, labor costs for your franchisees, are they starting to feel a pinch? Can they raise prices? Or, I mean, in one of the points in your conference call, you said, listen, we've always paid the minimum wage. It's not the minimum wage increases. It's not really an issue for us. How would you describe to our viewers this notion of national minimum wage increase versus what Popeyes can do for its shareholders?
Well, you know, Jim, I tell your viewers that the wage has already gone up. When McDonald's and all other retailers are at $9, that means the minimum wage has gone up. So what we do is we adjust the levers that we have available to us, which is making our labor more efficient and selectively taking pricing. And we've done this year over year. It's something we know how to do. And so we have great employees. We want to pay them competitively. And that wage is simply a starting wage to get people into careers in our industry so that they can be managers and owners of these restaurants and make great income.
Now, the price of chicken, so many commodities have come down. I was surprised to see chicken stubbornly high. Cheryl, I know you're not a seer about where commodities are necessarily going, but boy, commodities are really headed down. Are we seeing peak chicken prices?
You know, we had a big uptick in our bone-in chicken prices at the beginning of this year, and it's been stable then from that point forward. The net effect of our whole commodity basket on our P&L has been about 1% in restaurant operating profit. We've been able to take very careful and selective pricing to offset that, and we think we're in a stable situation on commodities right now.
You know, we've been seeing, look, everyone likes organic, natural, healthy. I mean, it's these great buzzwords, but we've been seeing some of the healthier guys not put up the big numbers, and we've been seeing some of the guys who are good treats, a treat to go out, doing a little bit better. Is there kind of a shift back where people say, you know what, if I'm going to go out, I want to have something that I really like, even if it may not necessarily be the best thing in the world for me?
Well, you know, what we see is we see people really enjoying flavorful food and food that you can't make at home. And so our new products, like the current one, is spicy garlic shrimp with an amazing dill tartar sauce. You know, you're not making that at home at night. You're eating boring things at home. And so I think you've got to keep the excitement high for people so that they can make a choice of something really flavorful and good to eat.
Last question, you've got to buy back. I know if the stock stays down here, brought down by the rest of the stocks of the group, because obviously you're doing better than almost everybody else. Just keep buying back stock. Just take advantage of it.
Well, absolutely. We were excited to report that our board approved that $200 million authorization. We think that tells you how confident we are in our future, Jim.
Well, it sure does, and it was great to see some company's stock pop on good news. Cheryl Batchelder, CEO of Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, congratulations on an excellent quarter. Great to see you. Not everybody's struggling. Popeyes is doing terrific. Mad Money is back after the break. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.